is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and today, in really awesome news, we get an announcement from DC that the Super Sons are returning. A lot of people have been asking for this. This was an amazing series. Everything about the Super Sons I love. There wasn't a bad issue. Now, if you don't know who these Super Sons are, they are the team of Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son, and Jonathan Kent, which is Superboy, obviously Clark Kent's son. Now, they are such a dynamic team, and the reason I love them teaming up is because it feels almost very nostalgic to when a person is a child, right? And they get in trouble and they go crazy, and they have, like with their Summer of Super, which was the maxi series I actually just reread last night. You get kids being kids, wanting to be kids, but also having, to deal with things that superheroes have to deal with. We also get their personalities, which are completely conflicting. They are I love both of them, but Jonathan, he's very aloof, he's very optimistic, he's very go with the flow kind of guy. Whereas Damian is very calculated, he's often very hostile, and he kind of keeps Jonathan from his head being in the cloud. And it's such a good dynamic that they have. I never knew this was a series that I wanted until it came out and they did their whole things with actually having Damian still on the Titans, and I fell in love. This was so good. They did an annual with these super pets, and it was fantastic. And this last maxi series, when it finally did get canceled, we're going to talk about that a little bit, was the art everything. It is the closest thing to American manga you can get. The art style is beautiful. Every single panel, they look fantastic. The shapes, the way they express things on their face is beautifully done. It is returning and it is awesome. Now, unfortunately, this went away, in my opinion, because of Brian Michael Bendis. It was originally stopped to age Jonathan up, and then we got that really awkward, terribly drawn encounter with Damian and Jonathan, and it was just like, oh wow, you're like 10 years older now, this is super weird. Yep, it's weird, goodbye. Like, it was very, very strange, and I think, Bendis has done a real damage to the Superman family, and hopefully we're heading back in a direction where that is taken away from him. I believe, I don't know for sure, but I think we're going to see Mark Waid on that title. Even so, not this one. This title is coming to us from Tomasi, who did the original one, who does a fantastic job. And who also has a lot of great other people involved. And I think this is something that we are only getting, and I've talked about this quite a bit, from the Omniverse. I don't think we would be getting it if it wasn't for that. The artist is going to be Max Rayner, George Corona, and Evan Stanley. And all of these things are going to look beautiful. I have no doubt. I love, love, love this series. Now, it is going to be very Death Note-esque. And what I mean by that is the plot that we are seeing, it starts December 14th, and unfortunately, it is going to be digital only at first. Now, there will be 14 weekly issues, which will end us in the middle of March. What happens in March? We've talked about this. We are getting the Omniverse, so we probably, more than likely, will be getting an ongoing regular series. When this finishes in March, it is likely that we are going to get, obviously, a graphic novel that will be for sale with everything included. So if you don't like reading digital, I do understand that. I've unfortunately been forced to read digital, so I'm completely used to it. I don't mind it at all now. But there is a difference in actually seeing that art and feeling it in person. And there are certain things that I, own because I want to own it. It's my favorite of my favorite. Stuff like Harleen, because I have to have it. Holding that physical copy is completely digital than reading it, or different than reading it on my phone. Now, this is going to be very, like I said, Death Note-esque. What we are going to see here is the Justice League completely eliminated. And I think that's definitely important when you have a Super Sons, because you just can't have them scoop in and save the day, right? So now the synopsis is, because of this magical ruin that is they're going to come across, if you write someone's name on this, they're basically eliminated. They're dead. Well, they come across it and see that the names of the Justice League members are on this. And now they have to figure out how to save the Justice League without the Justice League helping. And I love that. I want them eliminated. I don't want Superman going in and saving the day. And I think that's really smart to eliminate them. Now, I do think if it hadn't been for all of what we've seen, all of the changes, everything, this wouldn't happen. I'm hoping it is because fans requested it. I am hoping it sells well, so it proves the point that if you listen to your fans, it actually works. I hope people are still interested, and I hope we get an ongoing series. I think there's going to be a lot less, but it's going to be quite the shakeup. But who knows? I'm definitely very interested in this. I think, for the most part, people are going to be interested in this also. It's such a good, feel-good title. And when I finished the reread of the one last night, you forget things, right? And you forget that how they did the kind of, not baby, but I don't know, kid versions of all of the villains. And you get to see stuff like Solomon Grundy. Well, instead of Solomon Grundy, you get Grundette. And instead of Doomsday, you get Doomsday. Because they're kids and they're taking those places, and they don't care about gender. They just kind of put it in there, and it's so natural and it's so well done. And I think that a lot of that is thanks to Peter Tomasi. He is one that is worth the premium payments on writing. He does a fantastic job. I've never read a book by Tomasi I haven't liked. And that's a pretty big compliment, because I can't say that about most people. I can't say that about most people at all. There's a lot I can pick and go through and say, look, this was bad, the dialogue here, this happened. No, Tomasi's, I honestly, I can't think of anything. So with him being on this, yeah, I have no doubts. But this is starting on December 14th. It is going to be the first of 14 digital first, and then the print edition follow in the following year, which I'm assuming it'll start right in the beginning of March, and then we'll get our ongoing series. But who knows? I could be wrong. Even so, this is going to be awesome. Let me know, of course, what you guys think. If you have any interest in the Super Sons, if you have any interest in digital first, let me know. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content, and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.